Starting your morning with a look at various exhibitions at the Hyde Park Art Center.
Our Jackie Kostek is there right now, live with more on what we can check out. Hey, Jackie.
Ladies, good morning to you from the Hyde Park Art Center. They are actually celebrating 20 years in this location in Hyde Park, but they've been around for 80 years, which is amazing history. And this is free and open to the public, so you can come and take art classes here, but they also have really high-level exhibitions as well. So we're going to be talking to artists throughout the morning, including our first artist, Ann Tebby. Good morning to you, Ann.
Good morning, everybody.
All right, well, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We are going to be showing off some of the pieces from your series called Cooler by the Lake, which is something that Laura just mentioned, because we in Chicago always know that it is a little cooler by the lake. But talk about your first piece. This is sort of a focal piece of the series, right?
Yes, this piece I would say is the piece that kicked off the entire series, which is all based in about places in Hyde Park and also my personal life in Hyde Park. But this is my studio. I cut out all of the rest of the buildings in my neighborhood, on my street, and this is Promontory Point behind it. So I wanted to just showcase the park behind my house, which is very popular with Hyde Parkers, especially those who swim. So
when did you start this series?
I started the work in 2021.
2021.
Yeah.
And why was this something that just kind of you were drawn to in 2021? This whole series around Hyde Park.
I chose to do this work at the time because with all the work I want to do, it has to be something that's it's bubbled up and it's really feeling like it's very present for me. So this work was about being a mom, having chosen to live on the south side of Chicago, and I wanted to focus on the fact that I was feeling like I'd finally settled, and this was going to be where I was going to be living.
Yeah, it's a sense of home.
I was raising my kids, and I was realizing that, you know, I have all these memories of my childhood in Cincinnati.
Yes.
And this was going to be their home. This was going to be what they have memories of.
And speaking of being a mom, I mean, we just saw your work of the toy store in Hyde Park that everybody remembers from back in the day. Unfortunately, it's closed now. But this is actually a picture from inside of your daughter's elementary school. I feel like this is such a place in time, but I think it's really relatable. Even though it's super personal to you, it's relatable to everybody. Is that how you sort of thought about it when you were creating it?
Oh yeah, of course. So everybody who is a parent remembers the first year their daughter goes, or son goes to kindergarten.
Yes.
And you know, I had a lot of anxiety, of course, about her going off and leaving her preschool and going to a public school. And we attended Bret Hart, which is on 56 in Stony Island.
Yes.
It's in the painting.
Yeah.
Just down the street from the Obama Center. And so that was, you know, the year where we had a little bit of a blip in the class where the teachers had a medical emergency, so the teaching assistant was there. And so I spent a lot of time in the classroom.
Ann, thank you so much for your time this morning. You can come to the Hyde Park Art Center and see this full series by Ann Tebby. It's called Cooler by the Lake. We're going to be talking to artists all morning long. Ladies, back to you.
Well, we're jumpstarting your morning with a look at various exhibitions on the south side at the Hyde Park Art Center. Our Jackie Kostek is there with more on what's inside. Hey, Jackie.
Adrina, good morning to you. Well, there are so many different ways that you can interact with the Hyde Park Art Center. They are celebrating 80 years, but 20 years in this space. And you really can come and take classes here, but they also have 4 artists in residence who sort of set up shop. They have studios here throughout the year. And Sydney Lewis is one of those artists in residence this year. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right. How did you become an artist in residence here?
Well, I've been a part of the Hyde Park Art Center for a while. I've been teaching here, as well as just been taking classes, and I decided to apply.
Yes.
So I applied and I got an artist in residence. So a studio is so important to an artist.
Yes, yes.
And it's beautiful to be in this community with other artists and other art lovers.
Well, congratulations on getting that. But let's talk a little bit about the series that you have being exhibited right here on sort of the main ground floor of the Hyde Park Art Center. We're looking at kind of the focal piece of your series called Weeds Go in All Directions?
Weeds grow in all directions.
Grow in all directions. Not go, grow in all directions. Yes, okay.
Yes, they do.
Tell us about this piece.
Well, this is a piece called Keep Your Head to the Sky, and it's mainly a piece that I did using materials, everyday materials, from plastic bags to tissue paper and packaging that you get when you get a Prime box. And I wanted to create a piece that was speaking about the ecology and the chaos of living in an urban city, but at the same time, the emotions that come with it. So you can see, like, there's certain pieces, like you can see the Hulk, and you can see a piece from Wicked, and these are kind of give you idea that you can have anger and you can have sadness, but always just keep your head up to the sky so you can just continue on.
Yeah, that's a beautiful sentiment. Let's take a little bit of a walk and show off some of your other pieces. What is your process? I mean, you kind of talk about walking through the city and having these things kind of come into your mind, but where do you take it from there?
Well, what happens is if I see a piece of, like, for instance, if I'm walking down the street and I might see tumbleweeds that look like synthetic hair. Well, it is synthetic hair, but it actually, I will get an idea of what can I do with this material, or materials that we just tend to throw away and discard, and that might be end up in a landfill. How can we transform that? And so the work is, I try and create these landscapes, these imaginary landscapes, using these materials and transforming them.
Sydney Lewis, thank you so much for being with us this morning, and thank you for showing off some of your amazing work. You can come here to the Hyde Park Art Center, of course, in Hyde Park, and explore all of these different exhibitions, but you can also take classes here. They offer classes for children and adults as well. Audrina, back to you.
Oh, good to know. Jackie, thank you so much, and we'll be right back.
Toss it over to Jackie, who is surrounded by art of a different kind, the non-textile kind. Jackie?
Absolutely. Dana, good morning to you from the Hyde Park Art Center. This is an amazing space where they do hold classes for both children and adults, but they also have 9 to 12 high-level exhibitions each and every year. And we're actually getting a sneak peek of one of those exhibitions, which is opening up on June 6th. So I'm here with the artist himself, Jeff Carter. Jeff, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for being here, Jackie.
Well, we really appreciate it. Your project is called the Singer Pavilion Project, and it's based on a building in Chicago that I think some people will remember and know about it. But tell us a little bit about the story behind the building and why you wanted to create this art around it.
Yeah, okay, thank you. The Singer Pavilion is was part of the Michael Reese Hospital complex. The entire hospital was torn down by the city in preparation for the 2016 Olympics, Olympic bid, which we did not get.
Yes,
obviously,
of course.
but
yes.
the buildings are gone except for the Singer Pavilion. It was spared, but it has been allowed to just decay. And so my interest was thinking that this building was just about to be torn down at any minute, and I wanted to kind of embark on this project to try to get to understand and know the building. And so my first attempt, the first thing I did was hire a drone operator to make a 3D scan. This was during the pandemic, so it was one of the only things I could manage to do studio-wise. And this is just a small model, a 3D printed model that came from that initial aerial scan, right? And this prompted me to start thinking about all the different ways that I could try to record this building, to witness its decline, to think about its place in the history of the neighborhood.
Yes.
Various attempts throughout the years at urban renewal to revitalize the neighborhood.
Let's make sure we actually show some of the work too. So these are really kind of the same footprint of the building that you're showing right there, but two different versions of it. Can you kind of tell us the versions that you created and why?
Yes. So these are two related sculptures. This is called Urban Refill, and this is Rehab. I'll start with the dumpster one, which I just call the dumpster. It's a custom-made half-scale roll-off dumpster that is in the same shape of the building. And for this version, I'm going to fill it with soil and plants that I have transplanted from the abandoned hospital site into here. So and it's essentially weeds, but I'm going to have them sustained throughout the exhibition. And then the companion piece over here, Rehab, is a pile of unused construction materials, also in the same shape. Almost as if you could just take this and put it into the dumpster, or vice versa. Take this out and set it on the floor.
Jeff, I hate to say we are out of time, but again, this whole exhibit is still a work in progress right now, but it is going to be opening up here at the Hyde Park Art Center on June 6th. So you can come and explore this very important Chicago story. There's an important architect who built this building originally, and so there's really a big reason why Jeff wanted to kind of focus on it here. So Dana, back to you.
All right, Jackie, thank you so much.
Jumpstart is packed with color and creativity, and we're not just talking about Jackie and producer Tom.
No, we're not. They're both
great.
They're both at Hyde Park Art Center. That's what we're talking about, checking out the many exhibits there. So let's check in with Jackie right now. Hey there, Jackie.
Ladies, good morning to you. Well, the Hyde Park Art Center is really a cool space. It's been around for 85 years here in the neighborhood, and it serves a couple different purposes. They have classes for both children and adults, but they also have high-level exhibitions that come through at different periods of the year. So there's 9 to 12 different exhibitions that are placed here throughout the year, each and every year. So take a look at this video. This is actually sort of showing a work in progress, but when you step into this space, you meet Allison Rattan, who is the artist behind this amazing exhibition. And of course, when we showed that video, we didn't actually see you in the studio, but when you come here, hopefully you'll be able to see that video. Allison, good morning to you.
Good morning to you too.
All right, tell me about what you've created in this space.
Well, I had wanted to create a large-scale exhibition.
Yes.
This space is usually filled with very large works. So to take something that is so small in such a big space, I had to make a numerous kind of sculptures for it. And this is all about global warming, basically. And global warming is something that's almost impossible to comprehend because we don't tend to be able to imagine what a future might look like. And so this exhibition partly is kind of taking a landscape that we've been seeing on the news and we view these images, but they kind of wash over us with all the other things that we are inundated. And so I wanted to make a more contemplative space in which these issues of rising waters that are coming from as the ice will begin to melt. It's not just kind of an occasional large storm. We're going to see more of it in the years to come.
So the global story that you wanted to tell is around global warming, but the specific story that kind of drew you in and what you created this series around was Hurricane Harvey and the flooding in Texas.
Yes, that's true. And I was initially drawn to it because the images that you saw in magazines and in the news was so immense, and it's hard to look at it and imagine safe in my house in Oak Park what it's like for people who are living through this.
Yeah.
Of course, we've been seeing it with Katrina as well, but if people have been reading about this, more of this is coming, and we're in I think it's El Nino this year, where even between now and the winter, we were probably going to see more of these somewhere in the news.
And this really is an image, I think, that is universal in a way. It's not so specific to what happened in Texas with Hurricane Harvey, but we have seen after these hurricanes and the flooding that takes place in certain regions, the roofs of homes, and that is all you can see. The water comes up. But I think what I want to mention too in this space is what is covering the walls. So Dave, I want to show you sort of what's happening over here. And this evokes mold that would happen after water floods a home, right?
It's kind of disturbing. In fact, we've had people come in and say, how could you have the exhibiit with that mold in there?
Right, right.
But
thankfully it's not real, it's paint, right?
Okay. Yes, and it also does a thing to the space of lowering the vision to the ground here, where we're kind of towering over this event. And I really like the way that the work is both abstract and kind of, it has a kind of tactile quality to it, but it's also kind of about a specific thing. And I try and make projects where you kind of float between the experience of the kind of visual elements of the show and thinking about kind of what it represents.
Allison Rattan, thank you so much for showing off your really special, thought-provoking work here at the Hyde Park Art Center. You can come and explore it every day of the week. They are free and open to the public. But again, they also offer art classes for children and adults here as well. Ladies, back to you.
All right, Jackie, thank you so much for that look around. We appreciate it.